Hello, I'm Ray, this is MotoNZ, Happy New Year, and today we're going for a ride and testing out half the gear I've just shown you in the last few videos. This is Mark.
Hello.
Mark rides a sport bike, a Kawasaki, and Mark has been a long time user of the Sena. What model Sena is that?
That's a 10S.
10S. So today we're upgrading the 10S for the same as what's on this helmet, the 50S. We are going to connect them all together and then run the mesh port red and test it out on the closest thing that we can get to a group ride. Okay, so the 50S is upstairs, plugged into the computer, updating, because it's brand new out of the box. Where are we up to?
So I've just put the clamp in, and just like you, I'm having a bit of trouble with the Allen keys, so I had to actually wriggle it back, tighten the bolts, and then kind of push it down.
Right.
And I can tell that when I go to put my cheek pads in, that I'm going to end up having to bend the helmet out a little bit to slide the cheek pad plastic underneath past those two Allen bolts.
Yeah, that's a similar problem I had on the Vector 2, and that's why I ended up going with adhesive mount.
Perfect fit.
Oh, your helmet's actually really nicely designed too.
Yep.
You've got little cutouts for the speaker holes, for the cable to come out. And
yeah, well, they were meant to have been designed, I think, with Sena. I think they cooperated to do that.
Right, so that's the hard side in.
Yep.
Now it's time to put the easy side in, which now I've said it will be the hard side.
Stop it.
I actually remember when these old units came out, and I never had one, and I thought, man, they're so cool. Music in your helmet. Oh, I can connect my phone. Wow.
There was two things I really liked about these. One was it was very easy to plug high quality headphones into them. And the other's the control system. The dial.
Is that an auxiliary in or out?
Both.
Right, now for the test fit.
Just like the old one.
Wouldn't notice?
Nothing poking me. The mic's not touching me in strange and unusual ways that I didn't consent to. Which is all good.
So the next thing you need to do is put that on the side of the helmet and connect it to your phone.
I've never done this before. This will be interesting to see if I can figure it out. It looks like it slides down somehow.
And click. Did it click?
There was a slight click.
Yep. And then that button there releases it.
Oh, it's spring loaded. Okay. It's on.
Now do you know how to turn it on?
Talk to it nicely, buy it roses. I don't know.
From memory, it's the back button and the click wheel together.
Exactly the same as that.
Oh, is it? What was it?
Battery level is high. And we're now automatically pairing my phone. We've gone straight to pairing mode.
We can see the light flashing on the side there.
Available devices, Sena 50, pairing, pair, connected for calls and audio.
Well, that's easy.
And she just said your headset is paired.
Okay.
So I did nothing except push accept on my phone.
So now you can play music, yeah? Next thing you need to do is download the Sena app if you haven't got it already, because you've got heaps of customization in there.
Open. Oh, it fades in, isn't that classy?
Oh, pretty.
Oh. Okay, required access permissions, Bluetooth, connect your device. Well, I thought I just did. Optional permissions, camera and location for smart intercom pairing. It's cool, it's exactly the same as the previous app. Well, they respect my privacy. Now, the previous app didn't respect my privacy, so I'm feeling better about this already.
Do you accept?
I agree. Now, I don't even get to read them. I just have a box to tick. Okay. Again, bog off with the mailing list.
Okay.
Actually, Bluetooth's enabled on your phone, so, yep. Place your device into phone pairing mode.
Oh, we're done.
Oh, apparently it found it.
Now you can rename it.
Saving setup is complete. Enjoy your adventure. But I'm riding a sports bike.
Cool. There you go. So in the app, you've got control over open mesh. So when we do it, we'll turn that on. And you're on mesh channel 1, microphone is on. Further down, you've got audio controls. You've got intercom controls. We're not going to be using intercom, but not intercom in the official term. We're using mesh. They differentiate.
Intercom's 1-to-1, isn't it? Yep.
And then you've got device settings.
I see. And you've got an audio equalizer. So that's what I'm going to be looking for if I've got my earplugs in. I want that treble boost. Although I'll definitely be having a play with this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, music balance. Adjust the frequency response to give you the most natural balance between lows, mids and highs.
Right, next time we see you, we'll be on the road.
And we are out on the road. Here is the setup very quickly. 2 riders, both running Sena 50S. I am in the white helmet. Mark is in the black helmet, if you didn't already work that out. I'm running GoPro Hero 12 on my helmet with Max Lens Mod 2.0. Also GoPro Hero 12 on my bars. Mark, you're running the Insta360 1RS.
I sure am. First time using one of these, and I'd actually forgotten it was a product they had. I think it's great to see the traditional action camera shape, but the ability to do 360. It's a really good invention on their part.
We are both on our Senas running Open Mesh Channel 1, and I've got the mesh port red attached to my tank bag here, which is connected to this GoPro Hero 12. So it is a big setup for what is just 2 guys going out for a hoon. But I want to test this out for you, dear viewer, on the YouTubes. And clearly,
how easy was it to get going, though?
It was an easy setup. Once we got it installed in your helmet, a little bit of a faff, but you only have to do it once, right?
Yeah, I'm discounting that because it's always fiddly. But just like the technical side of it compared to the last intercom experience I had, trying to pair up with people, this was like one button and we were done.
So what's the aim of today? Well, it is just to go out and have a ride, I think, apart from playing with toys. Where are we going, Mark? I'm leading, but you're telling me where to go.
I think we're going to the top of Haywards Hill. Sorry, not Haywards Hill. We're going to the top of Paikokariki Hill. We'll stop at the lookout up there and continue playing with our toys.
Absolutely.
And my only other objective was just to scrub my brain in for these new tyres. I'm going from S22s to T32s, and boy, they're different.
T32 Bridgestones, eh?
Yeah, I've always enjoyed running Bridgestones, but yeah, going from a really soft tyre in my book to quite a hard tyre, just having a little mental recalibration here. So the intercom sound is it's very different to the one-to-one pairing of 2 Sena Teneres. It is clear and there's no crackling, but there's something about the sound quality that's a little more clipped or a little more compressed.
It's a bit crunchy on my end. It is it's not as clear as I'm used to.
I wonder if we turned our microphones up too high. We might
Maybe.
have the mics up a bit. Yeah, that's something we could try, because now I've found the volume adjustment and I turned it in the correct direction this time. You're loud enough.
In my experience, going from the old one-to-one, whoopsies.
Uh-oh. That's a bad day for them.
Not as bad as the car on fire on the Ruma Tuckers.
No. Man, it must be the day for it.
In my experience, the old one-to-one Bluetooth connection was equivalent to talking to someone on the old landline copper phone, the copper wire phone. We're going to these mesh communication devices. The difference is the quality that you would expect to get on, say, a video call online. The quality the quality of this connection is not quite video call quality, I don't think, but it's still vastly superior to. G'day, Tony. Are you there? Can you hear me? I think we've got a bad connection there, mate.
It's got sort of 2010 Skype vibes, and we've got emergency services coming behind us.
Oh, we do too. Nah, they're turning around.
Oh, that's sweet.
However, this is decent quality. I mean, you could do an all-day ride with this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just, this is really clear, and your voice is a lot fuller than what I'm used to. Like I was laughing before because Ray's got presenter voice on, but actually it's just the dynamics of the speakers, and I've got earplugs in, so the bass is a bit more to the front, and actually it's a more natural voice sound, but just with the edge of 2010 Skype sound.
Just up here, Mark, we've got about a kilometre of straight. So why don't you come past me now, and I'll back off, and we'll give these Senas a bit of a range test.
Haven't passed?
Oh, that Kawasaki does sound good.
Oh, you'll have to slow right down because we've got a 50k up here.
Yeah. So you're probably about 2, maybe 300 metres ahead of me now.
There's no discernible change in quality. Like, it just sounds like you're standing next to me.
Now, range on these Senas is 1.9 kilometres, claimed range.
Is that just with one unit talking to another unit, not without the extra mesh component we've got today?
No, that's point to point.
Okay.
Of course, the beauty of mesh is that everyone's connected to everyone. It's a self-healing network, and that it's always rejigging to get the shortest connections to keep everybody in contact. I'd say you're about 500 meters ahead of me now, maybe 400. RS Motorcycles.
Oh, where is he?
We're going to have a van between us. There's a bit of an obstacle.
Yep, still sounding good. Nothing, no chopping or clicking. Sometimes the Senas get this odd pop or even a little repeat of what the person said, and I haven't detected any of that.
The gap has closed. When we get into the twisty bits on this side of Pocock Hill, we'll really be able to give the range a test, because what I'm expecting is that when you go around a corner and I'm still on the other side of the corner, we lose visual, we will lose connection.
So this is interesting. Just as you said, the classic Skype call breakup sound, where you get the mushy digital sort of sound, and I think it was that van going back and forth in between us, and just for a moment, but it was never completely destroyed words you were saying.
Going to be stuck behind a horse float for a while.
Oh yay, my favourite.
So tell me about that bike of yours. What is it? It's a Kawasaki what?
So it's got about 3 or 4 different names. And I don't know why Kawasaki have done this. So if you read the label on the front, it's a Z1000 SX. But if you're in other markets, it's called a Ninja 1000. And then it's also a ZX1000. ZX1000 MGF, depending on who you talk to as well. So that's a weird marketing thing that Kawasaki have done. Muddied the waters a bit there. So even the Rego label doesn't match what's on the side of the bike.
It's a 1000cc Sport Tourer.
Yep. So kind of an upright sports bike. Not quite as much top end power as the ZX1000. Sorry, ZX10. It's just going to get me confused here. But yes, it's tuned more for a bit lower down torque. So like I'm doing 2,500 RPM, and I can still pull away nicely. So yeah, designed to tour a bit better and be slightly more manageable around town. I think they run somewhere around 140 horsepower, which is plenty for touring. Bordering on maybe using a little too much petrol.
Do you ride often?
Oh, daily. I mean, it's my primary transport. I haven't had a car for 2 years now. Actually just got my car road legal again. Yeah. Oh wow, this road is just trash now.
It's not flash, eh?
You'll be alright on your machine, crikey.
Yeah, she's got long legs. She likes to hop over a bump or two.
Yeah. I've been wishing for more suspension travel for some time.
All right, so we're coming up to some twisties. I'm going to start backing off just a little bit here. and we'll see if we can find any dropouts in our audio.
Yeah, this will be interesting. Is that repeater unit behind you or in front of you?
In front of me.
Okay, so it's not going through you. So I'd say we're probably 200 metres apart now. Still good. We're well within what I would expect from the Teneres. A Teneres would probably drop out at the second corner.
Alright, you're going around a corner. I have lost visual, and I'm still talking.
Clear as a whistle, no problems.
And I've lost you again. Yeah. Now we're breaking up. There we go.
Second corner, no problem. I haven't lost you. I think at this point the Teneres would be doing its beep 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 thing, trying to reconnect.
Okay. Well, we're still definitely connected. I'm seeing you tailing off around corners. I think I probably lost you there.
I mostly understood what you said then. Still a bit of chop. It's interesting how, despite it being distorted, I can still make out the words.
Gone again.
Oh, now I've lost you.
I got you now. I got you now.
Back again. Yeah. Bit of gravel coming up here. Not that it'll worry you.
Gravel on the road does. It's not ideal.
No one likes
either all gravel or all tarmac is kind of what we like.
Hey, here's a question. If we talk over each other, does the bidirectionality part of it work okay? So if you happen to start
speaking... If I start talking over you now...
Exactly. Can you still make out what I'm saying?
I can hear you, and I don't like talking over you. It's a hard thing to do. What did you have for breakfast? Because, I had bacon and eggs and toast and all sorts of stuff.
What breakfast? I'm hungry as. Yeah, I'm looking.
We might have to find somewhere to stop.
I'm looking for a cafe after this, I think.
It does work to an extent, is the answer to that question.
It seemed to be okay to me. Yeah. Oh, they're very sealed up here. I just remembered there's a few new patches.
So you're talking about the resealing of the road. I want to go down and play in that river.
Yeah. Priorities, eh? Could be an adventure bike in my future.
Oh!
I don't know if I'll go the full off-road. I'm not sure.
There's definitely a couple of Kawasaki offerings in that space.
Yeah, now, would I go Kawasaki again? So, I've got the pit with them at the moment, because they've sent out takedown notices to all the sites that were admittedly not completely legally hosting their workshop manuals. But if I can't work on a bike, if I'm deprived of the instruction manual, I don't know if I want to own the bike.
Are they going Apple with it?
Yep. Every manual was basically scrubbed off the internet as far as I could tell. So you can get the basic owner's manual, which doesn't tell you diddly. But any servicing instructions have been deleted.
That kind of flies in the face of what has been a normal thing for motorcyclists forever. And we do our own stuff.
I know. And I feel like that's a cultural mistake to make. Maybe that's just New Zealand, but I want to work on my bike and I want to know how to do it properly. And that's a really important part of purchasing a bike for me. If it's locked away behind a walled garden, I'm going to seriously look at whoever doesn't do that.
I don't know what Ducati's thoughts are on. I don't even know if there's workshop manuals available from them, but I know on their Desert X, everywhere through the owner's manual, it says basically, you need a new air filter, take it to a dealer.
Yeah.
You want to adjust your chain, take it to a dealer.
It's an adventure bike, but you're meant to be able to ride around the world. If you can't work on it on the side of the road, what's going on? And no wonder people are in love with the DR, or the Tenere for that matter. Just basic. So yeah, I don't know. It's put a question mark in my mind as to whether I'd get another one.
Okay, so we've continued. I've just got a bug in the face, but we're continuing our wee tour.
Yep, we successfully caught a fish and fried it and ate it.
And grew some potatoes and chopped them up and fried them and ate them.
Indeed. I thought your farming technique was marvellous.
It's all about the compost.
The fertiliser, for sure.
So we're in Paraparumu Beach now. We're again, I'm leading, but I don't know where we're going.
That's good, because I don't know where we're going either.
Well, I just thought we'd go for a wee tiki tour down to Raumati Beach.
Let's follow the road, see where it takes us, and then we'll try and find a motorway. And I know that might be an unfamiliar place for you.
One funky little thing that I've noticed with this LS2 Vector 2 helmet is, and I'm only riding along at 50 kilometres an hour right now, if I open the peak all the way, it whistles.
You got the whistle, yep.
If I drop it down to one click, the whistle has gone.
So let me try mine. I was having a whistle before. So I'm full open. I've got a pleasant breeze whistle, not a dog whistle or anything.
Oh, it's not an obnoxious whistle.
Oh no, mine's still there, even half open.
But it's kind of like a ranch slider half open on a windy day.
Yeah, exactly that sound. Yep, I know that one. So you're saying that you're actually pleasantly surprised by the LS2 and that it may actually be a comfortable, useful, reasonably good helmet?
Yeah, you'll probably have more to say on the ECE 22.06 standard, but it is 22.06, which is great.
Well, it's got the standard, so you're doing a lot better than some helmets.
For the price of it, for a budget helmet, it's a ridiculously comfortable helmet.
And that's pretty important. I mean, a part of your actual riding safety. If you're uncomfortable on the bike or having your head squeezed or anything that's going to be neck tension, just makes you a worse rider. So I think that's really good.
And right down to the liner, like the liner caresses my cheeks beautifully.
Gentle strokes you, does it?
It's just really soft and nice.
How's the attachment mechanism, the latch? Is it a D-ring on that, or is it one of those ratcheting ones?
No, it's a ratchet job. And it has this little magnetic emergency release tab that you pull, and it releases the ratchet.
Oh, okay. It's I've always wondered about them. I had a cheapish helmet. I think it was a Shark that had that, and everyone always said, "Oh no, you shouldn't have that. Get a D-ring one. Those come open." I don't know. I mean, I guess there's least chance of a D-ring being opened accidentally.
Yeah, I do think that I say this coming from somebody who has 3 helmets all with D-rings. I do think that some of that is old school, the way it's always been done mentality.
I think there's an element of that, and look, I'm a much higher risk for just riding off and forgetting to do the thing up than having it come undone. I figure that, yeah, it's really a very small piece of the puzzle to worry about.
It's also the first helmet I've ever had that has a locking mechanism on the visor.
As in to lock it closed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so the Shoei was the first one I ever had that didn't have that, and I found it really weird. They had to explain it to me at the shop, and they're like, no, you're meant to just bend that tab, and then it pops open. And I felt like it was it felt primitive, but actually it's been incredibly reliable and always holds the helmet closed.
Oh, it's definitely warmed up though. The bike is telling me that it is 24 degrees. And
Mine says it's 86. That's my water temperature. I don't know what else it is.
Mine's 81. But no, it's definitely got to the point where the vents need to be open on the jacket.
Yeah, I've unzipped.
Hey, sport bike guy, can you do this?
Would you believe it? I can. And I can even steer the thing. Don't tell my mum.
Look, mum, no hands. Look, mum, no teeth.
I don't like doing the no hands thing, actually. I've never been able to wrap my head around that. Oh, come on, adventure rider.
Do you want to go for a jaunt through there?
Unfair.
Well, Mark, it's been a bloody good couple of hours on the bike, to be honest, with no particular place to go and no particular plan to do.
That's the best kind of ride, if you ask me. Mooch around and have an explore. Yeah.
What are our final thoughts on the Senas?
If you were to give me one, I would keep it.
You like it?
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I like going from the 10. It's just the controls are instantly familiar. I've got nothing to relearn. The app's better. although we haven't had a big group here today, I could see how the mesh thing is cool. So the only thing is, what's the cost comparison if you actually had to buy one? How does that stack up
given
against
your old unit's about 7 years old, I don't think you can buy it anymore.
You know what? I think they're still around.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if they're supported by Sena, but you get the odd one at retail. I guess that shows that the fact they haven't sold out of them, it's probably not a good sign. But I haven't been dissatisfied with it. Just that one waterproofing incident that we talked about.
I'll tell you what, you're the only person I know that runs a Sena. So, in the interest of dragging you out for more rides, I think you should keep the one that's on your helmet.
Ah, awesome.
And
yeah, why not?
And you, dear listener, have seen the proof of the pudding on this Meshport Red. If we had more riders on with us, the audio from more riders would be recorded, but well, I obviously haven't watched the video yet, but I don't think there's been any major dropouts. The range on the 50Ss is not what it says on the box, but neither is the competition. They always reach for the stars, and you never quite see that.
Yeah,
but I think we've proven that we'll get, 600 to maybe a kilometre line of sight.
Oh, line of sight, I think. Yeah, you get a K, but as soon as you go behind a vehicle, boom, she's out.
That's a long straight road. Maybe on the Canterbury Plains or something.
Yeah. But around town, I mean, it's not often that you're that far behind your friends.
And all this audio has been recorded via the Meshport Red directly to the GoPro Hero 12. So thank you very much, GoPro, for sending me that camera. It's been great to test it out. Great to see how it all goes. We are going moonshine.
We are.
Up the hill.
Mind the locals. Dun, 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 dun.
This LS2 Vector 2 helmet is ridiculously comfortable for the amount of money it didn't cost me. So if you are looking for a road helmet, definitely go and try on an LS2. But of course, the same thing for any helmet. You can ask for opinions until the cows come home, but you need to go and try on a bunch of helmets and see what fits in the shop. So even if you're not going to buy locally, which I encourage you to do, at least go to a local shop that has a good range and try a few on and see what suits. Of course, when you do buy local, you keep local motorcycle dealers and shops who have supported your community for years in business. So that's kind of a thing you need to do. I personally would not buy... I will only buy an item from overseas if that item is not available locally.
Indeed. And
Van on the left.
What you're paying for in the shops is their experience and knowledge of helping you pick the product, and also the fact that you can walk back and hand it back to them and they have to do something about it if it's a problem.
The local service, yeah.
Yep.
After sales service. If it breaks, take it back to them. They'll talk to the supplier and get a new one or a replacement or fix it or whatever. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Mark, for joining me.
Thank you for the ride. Well, we're not quite there yet, but yeah, it's been great. Nice little adventure, and the Sena was fun to try out, along with these cameras, and yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, what do you reckon? Well, you haven't seen the footage yet, but what do you reckon of that Insta360? I
like how easy it is to just turn it on and off on demand, and mounting it, not having to be fussy about orientation and stuff. That's really good. Battery life, well, always want more battery life, but I mean, you want to just plug it into a USB charger.
You got any questions about gear, feel free to chuck them in the comments below. I check all the comments and I answer them if I possibly can. And if I can't answer it, I'll leave you a comment saying I can't. Please do hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. We're looking forward to a big 2024 of motorcycle videos. And you can check out the website, motonz.com as well. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Hooroo!
See ya!